Hi, this is Dana with Leashes Dog Training, and I'm here today to talk about puppy socialization, the importance of it, when to do it, how to do it safely, and why it's so important. I don't think a lot of people understand how important it is to socialize your puppy at a very young age. The socialization period for puppies actually ends at 16 weeks, so if you don't socialize your dog with a lot of puppies before then, you will start to get a lot of behavioral issues and fears of other dogs, and sometimes, unfortunately, aggression towards other dogs. So the puppies have to get a series of booster shots, and what happens is the vets tell their clients how important it is to be careful that your puppy doesn't pick up any parasites or any diseases from areas where there are a lot of dogs. So unfortunately that scares a lot of people, and they keep their dogs inside and kind of separate from other animals until they're old enough to get all their vaccines. But then the problem is that the socialization window ended at that point, and now when dogs meet other dogs, they become very fearful and sometimes act aggressive. So how can you do it safely? Well, most important is finding family and friends that have other dogs that you know are fully vaccinated, and ask if you can sometimes bring your puppy to their house or have them come over or meet at a park. Dog parks are not a safe place to bring an unvaccinated puppy because you don't know if dogs at the park have all of their vaccines. A good way to get puppy groups together is to just put out a post on social media asking if there are other people in the area that are in the same situation, or just have adult dogs that are playful, and even if they're not, just to have your puppy in the same environment with them and just to let them get to see other dogs and socialize them from the beginning. It's also very important to socialize your puppies with other species, so cats, rabbits, birds, everything. You could bring them to a pet store and safely keep them in a shopping cart and let them be exposed to all of these things, and don't let them go on the ground, and just keep them in the shopping cart. There are a lot of places that offer puppy socialization groups. Myself, I have weekly puppy socialization groups. I currently have a whole bunch of puppies running around in the yard right now, playing together, getting to know each other, and some of them came into the house more fearful than others if they had not been exposed, and some of them you can see are very already well-rounded, balanced puppies. Also very important to socialize them with different types of sounds, different types of textures on the ground, different types of people, different size people, people wearing hats, people wearing sunglasses, all these things that adult dogs usually have issues with. If we would start at a young age and get them used to things like this and let them have positive experiences in all of these situations, the majority of the problems that I work with wouldn't actually exist. A lot of dogs are, they either prefer men or prefer women, and a lot of people assume that's because they might have been abused, but a lot of times they just have not been exposed to a lot of men or exposed to a lot of women. When it comes to children, it's very important that puppies get to be around children. If you don't have any children around, you can always just bring them to a park and kind of just hang out outside the park and let them watch the kids and everything and hear the sounds, so that nothing is unusual to them as they're growing up. Very important to touch your dog's feet a lot, mess with their paws a lot, go inside their ears a lot, just get them used to all the types of touching that they're going to have to deal with when they go to a vet. So you can use a clicker, you could do clicker training, you could just mess with their toes and then use a clicker and give them a piece of food, clicker, piece of food, same thing with their ears, same thing with their tails, lifting up their legs, just really getting them used to all types of touch on their body so that going to the vet doesn't have to be a horrible experience. I also wanted to talk about food training with puppies. A lot of people are using treats, and it's really not necessary when you have a puppy to use treats, because since they are extremely food motivated and their food is everything, it's great to just take their daily feeding, their daily kibble, and just use that all throughout the day for kibble to teach basic obedience and to get them understand the fact that they are working for their food and they don't just get free fed for doing anything that they want. Another little fun fact about puppies that a lot of people aren't aware of is that puppies should actually be crated about 85% of the day. I know that sounds like an extremely high number, but if you cannot physically be watching your puppy, or if you're not doing any structured exercises with them, walking them, playing with them, snuggling with them, teaching obedience or anything like that, they absolutely should be in a crate. Puppies need structured nap times. They're not really smart enough to say, hey, I'd rather take a nap than go chew the wall. They just do what feels good for them at the moment, so they don't know better than to take a nap. So I just want to wrap it up with reiterating the fact that socialization is extremely, extremely important for puppies. And if you wait too long, you could develop a puppy that has a lot of reactivity issues, flips out when they see other dogs on leashes, and can absolutely become aggressive. So don't start too late. Don't wait until your puppy has all its vaccines. Just do it safely, be smart about it, and keep your dog extremely socialized from the second that you get it. Again, socialization window ends at 16 weeks. Thank you very much. Loose Leashes Dog Training, and I will be back with more tips for you. Enjoy your puppies. Bye-bye.